So if you look at the top of the screen now, you can see that we've got our local Revit project open, and it's our local one, user one. Now we've got that open, and that's the one we're going to be working on. Notice you don't work on the central file. You synchronized the central file. Also, when you open a local file, only select the work sets that you need to open. Limiting the number of work sets speeds up the process of opening and saving the file. If you've got 15 or 20 work sets open, it's obviously going to take longer to save those changes than if you've only got 2 open, for example. Also remember as well the permissions on a local file. Only the user who created a local file should work on it, even though others can open it. If you do open someone else's file, an alert box will come up in Revit displaying and recommending that you change the username or stop working on the file. And you cannot save a file listed in someone else's name. So you notice this is the user 1 file. If user 2 tried to save this file, they wouldn't be able to. So let's go and select a work set that we want to work on. We go to the Collaborate tab here, and you'll notice we've got work sets here. If I click work sets there first, you'll notice there's all the settings for the 2 work sets that I've currently got open. As you can see, yes, that's open. Yes, that's open. It's visible in all Revit views as well, and the owner is user 1, and yes, they are editable. So you can see there that I've got 2 set up. Now, I might have 25 different work sets, but you only switch on the ones that you want to use at that particular point in time. So we've got the work set open, and I can go and select which work set I want to work on here. So at the moment, shared levels and grids is my current work set. I can change that to work set 1 if I want to. You can also do that down here at the bottom of the screen as well. Can you see that active work set? I can change it there too. And you'll notice I've also got a work sets button there as well, which is the same as up here on the ribbon in the Collaborate tab. So once I'm working in these particular work sets, I can then create the elements that I need in Revit Structure and synchronize those to the central file. So what we need to think about is how we save our work set related files. You save them to your local machine as you would any other file. So for example, I finish working here. All I need to do is just go and click on Save. And that will save that to the folder where I've got this open at the moment. Also as well, make sure you save frequently. A good period of time to think about there, 15 to 30 minutes. That way, when you're saving, that is also making sure that you've got the information saved that is current to your local file. Then when you synchronize, you know that you're always synchronizing reasonably current information. Now there are 2 methods of synchronizing. You'll notice the synchronize with central here on the synchronize panel. If I click on the little arrow there, there's 2 methods of synchronizing. I can synchronize and modify settings, or I can synchronize now. So if I synchronize now, that is synchronizing to the central file. That's done. And you can now see, look, can you see it changes? That little dynamic symbol there, that little arrow, that little lightning symbol there, the yellow thing, that's telling me that that's synchronized. Now I can also synchronize and modify settings. As soon as I do that, there's the central model location. There's our central file. I might want to synchronize to a different model, different central model, so I can browse for that. You'll notice I can compact the central model, which slows it down. Also, user created work sets. After synchronizing, I can relinquish those work sets and elements. So it all depends on what I'm doing, so I can change the settings on the fly if I need to. Also, it will save the local file before and after synchronizing. That's quite an important tick box, because it saves the local file before it synchronizes and after, because there might be changes. Somebody might have worked on your file, remember, when they've borrowed elements. So be aware of that as well. So that's how you save your work set related files.